how can you say anything about their CPA and that you know more about the deduction that they should have on their business or their personal when you're not a CPA? Uphold and respect the other professional trades, and they'll respect you for it. They will listen to you. Because those trusted advisors have been in there 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Can you imagine someone going in and telling Miss Corbin that Ron Smith don't know what he's talking about? Could be a true statement. But can you imagine them saying that and trying to get in to see a person that I had a relationship with by bashing me? They weren't going to get real far with it. Okay? So uphold the professionals in that realm and make sure that they understand that you're going to work along with them and create a team environment. Create a team environment. Be part of that team. Because once you're on the team, you get to talk to their CPAs. Once you're on that team, you get to talk to their accountants. You get to talk to their trusted advisors and their doctors. And those people have needs too, and they may need your product or your services. So that's how you make your market a little bit bigger. Where do they go to school? If an individual went to an Ivy League school, you may approach them different than someone that went to the University of Nebraska. All right? It's totally different. Talking to someone that was in Minnesota was totally different than talking to someone in the South. You had to be real careful with that. The language that you use, how you approach them, what their customs were. And I can tell you that I've experienced a lot of marketplaces that I normally wouldn't have gotten into if I hadn't been attentive to their needs and how they perceive me. Board of directors, you're going to have to challenge your partners when you change your efforts to make marketing adjustments. Because they're not going to go with this new stuff. They're going to say, yeah, well, we've always sent mass mail out. Yeah, that's not an effective way in the new paradigm to do business. It's just not. You got to attract the right marketplace. You can't take everyone. You don't have that kind of time in a day. The world's moving that fast anymore. What else? You're going to find out that you have to take your clientele sometimes. If you have a bunch of customers that were given to you or that you're supposed to take care of, you're going to have to separate those into 3 different things. The keepers, the potential that might work out, and the ones that you need to fire or they need to fire you. You can't do it all. You're going to have to keep the keepers. That's the ones that, with this new target, with this focus in mind, with this specificity, you're going to keep those. Those are keepers. They fit your market. They fit your profile. The second ones are individuals that might fit, but you got to go talk to them to find out if they are. Moving forward, Mr. Green, we're doing business like this at Smith Group now. We don't do the old way anymore. You know, but you've been a valued customer. Let us see how we're going to do business in the future. And let's see if that appeals to you. And if you said, nope, don't like that, well, guess what? You made a decision. Now he's a C. But you got to segment your clientele. If you're just starting, you only got 5 of them, don't worry about it. Just keep them fog in the mirror. It'll be okay. The other part on the keepers, again, segmentation, keepers, the potential that might fit, and the last group, the ones that don't fit, you know who they are. You service them, they don't like you, you don't like them, but you keep going out there anyway. You just hope they keep paying the next premium or have the next service agreement with you that's signed off. You know, and every time they call, you really don't want to go, so you're going to give it your best. No, you send your, especially if you're in the AC or engineering business, you send your worst guy out there to those guys. I'm not going, right? You're going to say, Dale, you're brand new, you've been with us for 2 weeks, go out there and take care of Mr. Smith. He don't know what he's doing, you know you're going to get a call, but you don't really care, okay? Because he's not a client, he's a customer. Get rid of them. Give them to your competition. Refer them to your competition. Because if not, they'll fire you eventually. Because your attitude shows up in the service and the work. How I answer the phone. Hey, John, he knows I don't like him. You don't like me, but we're stuck together. But some insane legality, I got to service the guy. Don't do that. Remember I told you about making the business enjoyable? That's not enjoyable, is it? Can you imagine being in a computer service business? And every time you go out to service someone, he's still paying the old contract. You can't get him out of it. He don't want to move to a new contract. His computer is 2 meg, which you get on a flash drive now, right? And he wants to keep his old computer and he wants you to fix it. And you got a service contract that says you got to do it. Are you going to make any money? He ain't going to make any money. And he's not going to get the benefit of getting into the 21st century. Give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody else. Let the guy go. They die. They die. All right. Last things. So when you start talking to your board of directors and your partners about making this shift, you have to reason with them on this, that you're going to have to let these people go. And there's a warning. I'm going to preview what will happen and explain it to you. That's where you see the storming, norming, and performing. Let me tell you about the warning on this one. If you're storming and you're talking to your board of directors, the people that support you, your lenders, tell them the new way that you're going to do business, the first thing they're going to do is disagree with you over who to get rid of. How are you going to afford to get rid of someone? Profits are at a low. You're gonna get in a fight with them. You're gonna get in a fight with them. I'll do a little demo which will show you how it's done. But you have to get into that conversation over why you lose the money taking care of clients who cannot be profitable. It doesn't make any sense. You're not doing you no good and them no good. You have to explain that to them. Give that a shot. The norming part. After you finally fought through all of it and they agreed, okay, we'll do this new thing, we'll get rid of I'll take the old clientele and get rid of them, or whatever it is that you do this market segmentation. Once you get to that point, you're going to start to norm. You're going to agree that you need to change how we do practices, because your business plan will show that you need to do that. The dust is going to clear, and you're going to agree to disagree. You're going to just agree to disagree. I know it's not the best thing to do in your eyes. I know it doesn't feel good, but this is the way we're going to go. And then you have to walk out of here, whether it's your partner, your board of directors, your banker, you guys got to walk out shoulder to shoulder, join together at the hip. Clients cannot see that you have a separation between you and your partners and you and your organization, that you differ. That stays in the back room. That makes sense to you all? You don't agree on how to do it exactly, but you know you got to do something. So now you're at the norming part. You agree that you're going to let this thing go and you're going to go a different direction, lock shoulder to shoulder on the objective first. That is to improve profitability and go to the better marketplace. And the last part is performing. When you get ready to perform, now you've convinced them that you're going to go this direction. You're looking at warm source marketing instead of cold calling, saving some money, getting it done. You're going to have to implement the strategy in your business plan, and your day-to-day activities will have to change to support it and to achieve the directive, and make sure that everyone else is accountable in the organization to staying on track with the prime objective. You're going to have to be on track with that. You're going to have to show board of directors, partners, even yourself, that day to day, you're going that different direction. And here's how your activities will change to support the new business plan and the new marketing strategy. So you're going to storm, then norm, then perform. Right? But just expect it. Now, performance. Performing is implementing the strategy and the business plan and activities to achieve the directive. And that's when you go to those other two tools I gave you, where you have your long-term marketing plan and your short-term marketing plan, which is the activity that you'll do to support the new direction. That's how you use the tools. Okay? We'll take a couple of minutes to finish up. I'm looking for a job. And I came in there and I have my sweats on and my tennis shoes, and I'm in a hurry and I'm sweating profusely, and I'm in a language that you barely understand, but it's supposed to be English. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm here to get a job. And you say, okay, you know. And then right next to me, there's another young guy of a fluent nature. He has on a white shirt, tie, sport coat, smells good, hair is combed, etc. And he's shaving, and I'm not. Who are you going to hire? Okay. Yeah, that's number two. Image. Remember that thing Agassi used to would be in? Image is everything? Well, it's not quite everything, but it's pretty close, isn't it? Okay. That'll get you dismissed real quick if you don't have the right image when you come in. Let's take this one here. Exposure. What is exposure?
Enables you to be promoted and rewarded.
Yes, exposure. In other words, you have to be around the right people, right? Exposure is not so much what or who you know, but who knows you. Okay? Exposure is about the people. Now, the internet has made it, Facebook, and all that has made it a little bit more easy to get exposure. But sometimes it's negative exposure. We're dealing with positive exposure. That is the ability to be known by or relate to the organization's network of stakeholders. I'll give you an example. I'm invited to an Ivy League club. Okay? They say, hey, man, you've been doing a pretty good job. Why don't you come on over to the, we have a little party over at Bob's house. And come on over and I'm going to introduce you to some of my friends. Now, his friends also have to go to Ivy League schools, etc. And now he's invited me to come. So I get there, and they're going to get me in the corner by myself, aren't they? They're going to say, hey, man, nice for you to come here. Everyone has on saddle shoes, top sport coat, suede sport coat, and a little handkerchief around their neck. Okay? And I'm there in a pair of jeans and flannel shirt. And no. I'll look like them. Let's change that. I'll look just like them. Okay, but it's me. And I'm there with them, and they come over. They can't tell me any different. They can't tell the difference between me and anyone else, right? I look just like them, with exceptions. And then they say, by the way, Ron, where'd you go to school? And I say, well, I went to University of Nebraska. I remember they're Ivy League. And they say, oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right. By the way, you play golf? Oh, yeah, I play golf. What's your handicap? Okay. Hey, we're going to invite some people over to go sailboating with us. You have been sailing before, haven't you, Ron? I'm like, yeah, on a canoe. The exposure, this is a make it or break it. This is a very dangerous entity. Because now you have me in front of all your peers. And I'm in a totally different world. I'm going to show you how that makes a difference when it comes to getting more referrals. How much do you think performance, from 1% to 100%, how much do you think performance counts on 100% of how you get business and refer leads? How much do you think it counts? 5%, 10, 15, 20? Huh? Maybe 20? Anyone else?
No, keeping it is probably 70.
70?
Keeping it,
Keeping it? Keeping the performance?
once you get it.
Okay.
That's a clincher.
Huh?
It's a clincher. It's a end of
So we
3.
got 10, we got 70. What do you say?
It's a clincher of 3.
It's a clincher? So what percentage is that clincher?
I guess it depends on the state.
Oh, you real estate guys, give me a number. See, the real estate guys will never give you a number. They say you go at closing. I thought you said 5%. Well, our basic is 7.5. So,
Exactly.
okay, so, but it has to be numerical. What would you say off the cuff?
But in the process,
I'm not gonna do that.
How about, okay, all right, we'll hold that thought. How about image? How much do you think image counts? From 1 to 100%, how much do you think image counts?
50%.
50 on image? Okay. Oh, you disagree with him? Oh, see, the guy finally comes out of the shell, pulls the number out, and then you decimate him.
I'd say 30.
You say 30? Okay. Okay. Well, let me help you. There's one of them that's 10%, one of them is 30%, and the other is 60. So which one do you think is 10?
Performance.
Performance is 10? What about image?
30.
What about exposure?
60.
You guys been reading the flyers? Did you hand them the wrong one? Let me show you what it looks like. You got it. 10% is performance. Okay? 30% is the image, and exposure is the most important piece. Because, boy, when we come to referrals, if you get me in the right environment and I fit, man, I'm off to the races. If you get me in that same situation and I'm there and they say, Ron, you want to go sailing? Yeah, I'll get my boat out and I'll just shine up the spinnaker, but the sails are ready to go. So, oh, this guy's in there. He's there. And you say, well, Ron, what's your handicap? Oh, man, I'm shooting 11 right now, but I'm going to improve it to 9. See, I fit in, don't I? And then I go out in the car and I change the little double saddle shoes and the suede stuff just like they got on, put a little kerchief around. I'm right in there. I'm in the mix. Exposure will get you more referred leads in this particular environment. That's one thing I wanted to show you. Now let me show you one more thing that I think that, remember I said that the way of corporate America is changing? Did you all get that PIE thing? You got it? Okay, now I won't spend any seconds on that. That was a 15-minute presentation. I did the 6. Lisa would be proud of me. All right, the next piece is, let's talk about the pyramid for getting nominated. Now nomination is another definition. A nominator is someone that may not need any of your services, they may not buy anything from you, but they believe in you. Okay? Thank God May Francis Corbin bought stuff from me. But she was so old, there's certain things I couldn't sell her. All right? So, but she still believed in me, and she told other individuals that she believed in me. So maybe instead of acting as a client, she acted more as a nominator than anything else. Would that be a fact? She got her book out, and she said, talk to this person, this person, this person. I'll call them for you. Ron Smith's coming to see you. Whatever you got in his bag, buy it. It's a nominator. Okay? They believe in what you're doing, and they will help you find people. Remember I said you can be in 3 places at one time? That's how you get another place. Okay? Your nominators are always working for you. I go to see nominators once a month just to make sure I don't miss anybody. So get you some nominators and make your circle to see them, because they may know more people in your marketplace that have a need for your products than you know. Go see them. I submit to you that because of the work that this young man has done on my computer system, I will probably nominate him just to hold my costs down. All right. Now look, see these are pyramids. They're really supposed to have peaks like this, but I couldn't find anything that that would give me straight lines, so I did what I could. Okay. See these things? I know Lisa didn't do these. I'm supposed to let you guys know I did these myself. All right. Here's what you got. Let's say that these pyramids represented different classifications of stuff. I'm gonna put money on here. These are, at the top of the pyramid, these are $50 million, okay? These are $50 million, not $50, $50 million at the top of the pyramid, okay? I'm going to show you how your marketplace and referrals, all along the same line, when it comes to nomination and referrals, all are in conjunction with each other. All right, so let's say entertainment, for example. Let's say that you make 50, let's say this is only 1 million, okay? And this is 500,000, this is 100,000, and this is 25,000. Income. Okay, we're going to go all the way across the board. Let's say, for example, entertainment. The people at $50 million, this is entertainment over here. How do they entertain? How do they entertain? Let's say I make $50 million a year. How would I entertain?
On your yacht.
On my yacht? No, that's down. How would I entertain? Okay, let me tell you how Willie Peace did when he sold Godfathers to Burger King. He put all his people on, what's that plane that they don't find anywhere, the supersonic plane?
The Concorde.
The Concorde. He invited his best friends all on the Concorde. He flew them to France for dinner in Paris, and then he flew them back the next day. Okay, that's a little bit of a yacht, right? Done? All right, at $50 million, you can do that. So these guys, they go to exotic places, right? Exotic places, that's how they entertain. They may buy you front row tickets to the Beatles if they were still alive. Okay? But they do things like that. Makes sense? At $50 million, it's going to be an event. Okay? In fact, their entertainment, they may even have, who's the only Beatle left alive? Paul McCartney?
Ringo Starr.
Okay. If I'm the Queen of England, he did a private concert. He did a private concert for her. A private concert. So who was there? Wouldn't you like to have been there? He's providing just for you and not a whole grand set of people, just for a small amount of people. That's what happens when you have 50 million. And the Queen, it's not about money, it's about being at the top of the food chain. All right. What about 1 million? How do they party at $1 million? Maybe on the yacht. Okay. So we on the yacht. We're going to have dinner on the yacht there. We'll entertain there. Have a band there, some music. Or go on a cruise or something like that, okay, on your ship. What about at 500,000? How do they entertain?
At the club.
Huh?
At their club.
At the club. At some nice club, Overlook Club, Riverview Club, okay? I make $500,000 a year. I can afford to have you come, right, and sit there. Maybe wait a minute, what if I had a private chef at my mansion come and prepare dinner? At $500,000, I could probably afford it, right? What about at the 100,000 level? How do they entertain? Huh? Nice restaurant?
In the backyard.
No, we're gonna get there. Let's just go there. This is the barbecue. All right? And all y'all are invited. Okay? At $50,000, $25,000, my entertainment pattern is gonna be a little different, isn't it? And I'm probably gonna prepare food. Good luck. Okay, so over here,
We in trouble.
okay, but see the difference of what's happened here with this? Now let's go over, let's take something else. Let's take cars. Let's take automobiles. At $50 million, what are you driving? Or what's driving you?
Maserati.
Maserati?
It's one of your cars.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right, huh? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, those are all fine. You know what this is at $50 million? I'm not driving nothing. You with me? I don't have to drive. At $50 million, I don't have to drive. Someone's driving me. I gave you a hint. What about at 1 million? Now, would you say what kind of car? Yeah, absolutely. Goes right there. How you spell it? Yeah. Okay, Maserati. What else is up there, huh? Bentley. Okay, over Bentley. Oh, by the way, John Elway, one of my clients was going to impress, he would meet with John Elway. John Elway has a Bentley, you know that, right? So my client just got in the football league and he got a $23 million contract. And so he said, I'm going to buy me a Bentley. And then he went and saw the price of a Bentley, so he leased it. He had to lease it, all right? I said, don't try to hang with John Elway, because when John Elway says he's buying drinks around for everybody, what do you think he's buying? He's not buying champagne or booze for him. This guy is buying $1,000 bottles of wine. Am I going to try to run with him? I said, man, stay away from John Elway. You know what I mean? Don't be hanging around him. So at $1 million, they're driving that. What about $500,000? What are you driving? If you made $500,000 a year, huh? Mercedes, what else? Okay, Mercedes, maybe, what else? Ferrari, yeah, see, and then at 50, let's see where I'm at, 500? Okay, so at 100,000, what are you driving? Cadillac. You guys thought Cadillacs are nice, didn't you? You drive 100,000, you drive Cadillac. What else you driving at $100,000? Maybe what did you buy? Uche Wineri is a client of mine. And he didn't have time to go, he said, Ron, I want a car. I said, okay. And his NAP bonus that year was well over $300,000 because everyone ahead of him 2 years ago got hurt, so he was in. You know who Uche Wineri is, don't you? Okay, plays offensive lineman for Jaguar. So he said, Ron, he said, I want a, what do you want? He said, I want a Land Rover. I said, okay. I had to fly down and get it for him because he wanted Texas license plates on it. So I went to the Land Rover deal off Atlantic Boulevard. I got it, completed the sale, and did all the stuff for him. He needed credit. I wanted him to have credit, so I said, don't pay cash for it. We'll finance it. You haven't seen the banks, you know, football players don't take care of stuff real good, but they got cash. You haven't seen the companies that all of a sudden want to offer to pay for Uche Wineri's Land Rover. So Land Rover would be in there, and at $25,000, what are you driving?
Hyundai.
Hyundai, smart car, Kia. I'll see you in the Kia. You know, give me two of them. You know, so you see how money changes that? Okay. All right, one more. Let's take one more and I'll leave it alone. How about sports? At $50 million, what sport are you in?
Baseball.
Polo.
So what?
Baseball.
Baseball? I'm not talking about the player. I'm talking about, okay, all right, baseball. You're owning a baseball team, probably, or a part owner, okay? Okay, so you're owning the team, or a partial owner, or something like that. Serena Williams is a partial owner of the Miami Dolphins, right? Her and her sister. You know what it cost her? Okay. They got money, and they're a minority partner.
Right.
Okay? And it cost them well over $100 million. Just saying. So we're only at 50 right now. So, okay, so what are you doing at $50 million? What else? What other sport? Anything that has to do with water and horses is right here. You with me? Polo. Did you say polo?
I said polo.
Well, why wasn't I listening to you? She said polo. Exactly. Polo is good. What else is good at $50 million of income? Yachting. Right? A speed racer. Okay, well that's down here at the 100 million. Yeah. Okay, but see, yachts are up here, horses. Oh, by the way, you're not running the horses, you're owning the horses. You're breeding them, aren't you, at this stuff down here. So when they have a party and you get invited to this one, that's a good one. This next one right here. At 1 million, what are you doing? What kind of sporting event are you doing at 1 million? Okay. Maybe a casino, big roller in Vegas. Or,
Yeah, that sounds good.
okay, all right, big roller in Vegas. Yeah, big roller in Vegas. What about at 500,000? At 500,000, what kind of sport are you at? Maybe you own box seats for, not the Jaguars, let's name someone where they attend. Maybe the Giants or the Falcons.
Okay, are you trying to bring money over there, sir?
Green Bay. Oh, that was a popular. Let's move on to 100,000.
So we talking about
What sport are you in at 100,000? You see, this might be box seats up here, something like that. But you see how that flows? Okay? This is not bad. I'd like to have a kid. There are people that don't have a car. People don't have a license. That's what it is. That's why they have to have a limo. But down here, and I hate this, because I always tell my clients and told my people that I hired, the whole world is like an arena. We're all equal. That's a bull. Why didn't they correct me 25, 30 years ago? This thing is real. These are pyramids. And you know what? If you're right here, and you want to get right here, if you make $100,000, and all of a sudden, like I told you, showing up there at the Ivy League deal, I don't care how much money you got. You got what they have, but you're not in the club. You have to be endorsed. You have to be nominated. Someone from up here has to come down and get you and promote you and sponsor you. Because they talk, let me show you one more thing, it's because they talk a different language there. It's like the language about the spinnaker and the boats and all that kind of stuff. Look at this. For sponsorship, at 50 million or 1 million or 500,000, each one of these talk a different language. They talk squillies here, whatever the language is, okay? And then up here they talk stars. And up here they talk dashes. For me to get to be an exclamation mark, to get to be a squilly thing, Someone from the schooling team got to come down and promote me. I don't care how much money I got, how I look. Michael Jackson could not be in front of the Queen. Ain't gonna happen. The style's different. Doesn't fit. You with me? Give me another person. They're probably not gonna have a kiss at the performance of the Queen. Probably not. Queen, yes, but not. Remember the group Queen does the announcing. Yeah. Take that out of the script. I'm not gonna use that. Yeah, remove from script. So you understand what I'm saying, though? Even up here, this is a guy that had, when Michael was at his prime, hundreds of millions of dollars. Let's not talk about bankruptcy, just the money. He had it, but he still was not accepted in certain places. Someone down here would have to come up and promote him, even though he got the money. And the same thing at the top. To get to royalty, who's royalty now? Paul McCarthy's royalty now, isn't he? He was up here with the money already, but he didn't talk royalty language. They had to come down here and say, now, you know what, you're royalty. The Queen just said, you're in. And so from then on, every concert he does has been a special event. Wrote some songs, performed for his wife. Who knows what it's worth? Money doesn't matter at that point. If you want to get nominated and promote it to the top and get referred leads, you're going to have to hang around with people who are willing to promote you to the next level. And the only way to do that is for you to look like them, dress like them, sound like them, and understand their language. The money doesn't matter. Remember the guy 2 years ago that graduated from Harvard